Hello everyone, this is Jerome. I'm going to talk about developmental language disorder.
So what exactly is developmental language disorder? It can be recognized when children have problem to master their own language. They have difficulty to understand what people said to them and struggling to produce the language. These children can be in a normal clinical condition or have an associated clinical condition.
Children with DLD have language abilities that fall behind those of other children their age. Even though they are often just as smart, having trouble with language means that children with DLD may have difficulty socializing with their classmates. Talking about how they feel and learning in school, DLD is very much common. If your class at school was made up of 20 students, there would be about 2 students in your class with DLD. It's a lifelong condition. Even though DLD is usually first discovered and treated in childhood, it usually does not go away as a child grows up. There are many adults with DLD too. Why do some children have DLD? The answer to this question is very complicated. Although there is a lot of research on DLD, we do not know why some children have it and others do not. DLD is probably the result of a mixture of different factors including biology, cognition and environment. How does a child with DLD get help? It is very important to know that support from professionals like speech language pathologists and teachers can make a huge difference in the lives of children with DLD.
So I was trying to think of a way of describing it. It's kind of like you know, tip of the tongue where you know the word but it just does not come to you. It's kind of like that, very all the time. I was a very quiet kid, so I remember I talked. So I tried to talk like my father. He also, I say, speaks funny, but maybe that's just because now I'm hindsight 2020 and place on. But I think there was, I would say I don't know. I have. Sorry, I'm just trying to form my words. I think it was definitely there. It's just no one around me really paid attention, if that makes sense. So, especially in a small town, there's not really a lot of resources for these disorders, basically. There's no SLP or anything like that. So, yeah, I do think it was there. I just think it wasn't really explored. The classic example is kids will grow out of it, they'll mature out of it, which clearly is not true. When it first came into I barely became aware of it was probably in high school. I put in assignments and everything would be correct. They would say this is a perfect essay, whatever. But I lose marks all the time for my grammar errors. So I'd have to call my mom and be like, hey, what's this? I know the word, but I don't know the word.
First step in getting help for a child with DLD happens when someone recognizes that there is a problem. DLD will look different in different children. However, we also know that there are some DLD warning signs that parents and teachers should remember. One DLD warning sign is when a child has problem in school. Language is important for every single subject, so a child with DLD may struggle to understand what he or she is learning, might feel frustrated at school and might get bad grades. Another DLD warning sign is when a child has language skills that are less advanced than other children the same age. There is a large amount of evidence showing that providing help, also called intervention, for children with DLD can be very effective and can improve that child's language skills. Even though many children with DLD will always have language skills that fall behind their peers, getting help can maximize a child's communication and learning potential. By creating greater awareness about DLD, the condition will become less mysterious and children will be helped sooner. We all have a responsibility to share what we know about DLD so that researchers and professionals can continue to work hard every day to help make the lives of children with DLD easier. My next topic is cluttering. Cluttering is a fluency disorder characterized by a rapid and/or a regular speaking rate, excessive disfluencies, and often other symptoms such as language or phonological errors and attention deficits. Children who use cluttered speech are often very difficult to understand and have speech that sounds jerky or too fast.
tell me what you just read about? Give me a little summary of what's happened so far.
The story so far. Are, Dougie Doodle, Olivia, and Otto had just seen the sign, which had a sea monster in it.
Okay.
It would have a sea monster in it. But Olivia said that sea monsters were not real. So I don't go shoot if it was real. Oh, and he said yes. That's what and Auntie Hick came over and made Dougie Doodle would do the rest of his chores and Olivia at the her homework. So after Dougie Doodle was done with his chores, he went over to look for the sea monsters. And that's the story so far.
Right, nice job.
They may have irregular pauses or may speed up and slow down without cause during speech. As secondary symptoms, they may have difficulty organizing their thoughts verbally. They may leave many sounds out of words, and they may use irregular pitch and intonation. The common goals of treatment for cluttering include slowing the rate of speech, heightening monitoring, using clear articulation, using acceptable and organized language, interacting with listeners, speaking naturally, and reducing excessive disfluencies.
Is that a Catholic school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then do they have any kids who need like special support in your classes or not really?
Yes, there still is accommodations.
Okay.
So we do have a few students. They're not bound by the same laws that public schools are bound by with IDEA and everything like that.
Okay.
Many people who clutter are either unable or unwilling to think about their speech, particularly in casual speech. The strategies to slow speech down all require careful monitoring of speech, which can be very difficult for those who clutter. Imagination and careful observation are used to increase monitoring. For instance, an adult who clutters may be asked to visualize themselves speaking slowly and clearly before they actually speak. Additionally, video and audio recordings may be used to show those who clutter where communication starts to break down in their speech. Additional strategies that may help people who clutter include checking in, ensuring that they have understood any non-verbal or turn-taking cues in the conversation, imitating clinical models of speech to improve natural speech, and treating any stuttering that may be co-occurring with cluttering. The two are separate disorders, but many people who clutter also stutter. Thank you.